It's interesting. Everything feels very herky-jerky and like we're being lurched in every possible direction. But with all of the announcements that have been coming out over the past couple days and even a little bit longer, including the president's remarks during the State of the Union, I do think there is a trade policy that is becoming clearer and clearer, which is obviously the use of tariffs, but not so much the use of tariffs to extract a concession from Canada or Mexico or China, but more using tariffs in trade policy to really enact a wall around the United States to encourage reinvestment in the U.S., reshoring in the U.S. I'm less and less convinced that all of these tariff actions are geared specifically towards extracting an immigration concession from Mexico, a fentanyl concession from China, or whatever concession from Canada, but that this is part of a larger strategy that will, I think, reveal itself in the coming months, especially as the administration has this April 2nd deadline coming up with its actions on trade. But I think all the stuff we're seeing in the last couple of days has been laying the foundations for what's to come.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense to me. And I think to your point, trade and geopolitics have always gone hand in hand. It's actually somewhat reassuring to hear that you think there is a cohesive strategy behind this, because I think one of my fears as an observer from the business side of this is that there isn't a cohesive strategy and that it's emotional and reactive and minute to minute. Like anything with trade policy, there can be unintended consequences. There's a huge effect on investment planning, all of the things that any firm or organization cares about. And at least with a cohesive strategy, it gives you a sense that, okay, if I just tack in this direction, eventually this will come together and like whatever, as opposed to what is happening